morning, y'all. Good morning. I'm a kill Jay. Wanted me to do that live stream late last night. I'm tired. Hey, babe. Popeyes. Popeyes? Golden Goods. Hey. Mandisa. Vonda. Grab me an energy drink, y'all, because I am sleepy. Not too sleepy. Did y'all catch the conversation I had with Brother Jay and Deshaun? I'm going to get my face edged up today so I won't be looking like a werewolf later when I go on cam. And you know what y'all were worried about when I was talking about the guy? We're dating, but it's like we're having fun right now. And it's my choice. I've never felt that I needed someone to complete me. So it's fun right now, and that's what it is. It's totally in my hands if I want to be in a relationship. I don't think he's the one for me. It's just fun. You know how you can say you like a bad boy, and that's just what it's gonna be. You're having you're having a good time for what it is. And someone said he's looking for someone to take care of him. Well, he gives me things. I don't give him things. Have I paid for a dinner here or there? Yeah, but he's done a lot more for me. And that's not a good thing because, I don't think that a person, anytime he comes over, he's always bringing me stuff, and he's bought me dinner on several occasions. So I'm always saying, hey, no, I'll get it this time. You don't have to pay. I'll pay for it this time. So, hey, Lynette, Onyx, Kim. Hey, my mod, what's up, Kimberly? Good to see you. Thanks, everyone. Also, I want to give a shout out. Thank you all for contributing to the Cash App for me to do my Tracy and Heidi, because I'm already looking for outfits for my next Heidi and Tracy. Tracy is definitely a more Tracy is a cheaper parody to do. Well, no, I'm thinking about it, because hell, Heidi, I don't put eyelashes and all that on when I do Heidi. But the outfits for Heidi, the more slutty-ish outfits are gonna be a little bit more expensive. Sluttier. Let me correct myself. I'm going into Trebonics. But I appreciate that, Lynette. And you know what? I think, people are worried that I'm telling too much. But listen, y'all, I don't know. Like with Brother Jay and I differ in one thing, one thing for sure. When Brother Jay says it's like, is putting on a show or giving y'all something like almost he's acting for y'all, and that works for him. But I don't act for y'all unless I'm doing the parodies. But when I'm talking about my truth and my experience, I don't candy coat anything, and I'm just being, I always be raw with y'all. I don't feel I have to hide anything that I've done. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not a perfect person. And I'll say it, I tell you all the time, I lived in poverty as a child some of my life. Not my whole life, but I did. My mother was raising 5 children. My mother was on welfare. So there's nothing people can hold over my head because, a little boy that grew up in the hood part of his life, I've been to Nigeria, Africa, I've been to Canada, and I've been to Mexico. That says a lot for someone that was a statistic that was supposed to be locked up. I supposed to have been in jail, with numerous times, but I've never been to jail because I didn't see that life for me. I didn't embrace where I was. I learned from it and it made me be a survivalist, of course, but it didn't make me everything about my childhood I wanted to do different. I wanted a different life for myself. And my mother didn't finish high school. My mother didn't finish high school. She just, cleaned up for white people, cleaned houses. She started doing security later. But I didn't see that for me. Okay, is it a wreck up here? What are they doing? Someone driving crazy. Hey, YBS Mary. Stephanie, Wisconsin. Stephanie, Wisconsin. Are you from Wisconsin, Stephanie? It's funny, one of my best friends, he's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And this friend of mine told me when he would go to the clubs back in the day, Jeffrey Dahmer would be at the clubs. People knew Jeffrey Dahmer and that he was such a cool guy. He was real kind of quiet, attractive, but this guy was killing people. Step on me. Okay, step on me. Step. Okay, it was a wreck. Oh my God. Yo, when I'm driving, I tell you about this area I pass by every morning. It was a wreck just now, and the ambulance hadn't came yet, but I saw the people's cars crumple up against each other. But I think when I talk about my experiences in life, about the guy that felt me up, and people were saying, well, Rebel, how could you didn't feel him touching on you? You have to remember, that's why I kept telling Jay, you don't even drink. Hell, if you get drunk, you'll probably be out of it like a light. So I was 16 years old. A 16-year-old body is not prepared. It's not built for alcohol consumption that hasn't been drinking like that. And that's what contributed to me not really liking alcohol too much now. I'm more of a light Moscato drinker, daiquiri margarita here or there. I've had some, I think it's some rum in my refrigerator for the last couple of months. And it's for guests. And it's like used for making daiquiris or margaritas. But I'm not much of a drinker. And I don't smoke at all. So, when I was in my teenage years, I was very rebellious, of course. I ran away from home. I was going to that apartment the apartment I was telling you guys about. I would go to that apartment and, people would be smoking herbs and drinking. And at this time, you're a teenager. You can only afford like Cisco, MD 2020, Thunderbird. So we were drinking all the rock good, cheapest liquor. So I, the guy felt on me. I was pissed off, but I wasn't pissed off. Let me say this. I was mad, but I wasn't mad. I was mad because he touched on me when I was asleep. But I knew I was gay, but they didn't know I was gay. I guess I was going through that transitionary period that gay men go through. And I had experiences with girls. I had sex by that time with a girl. When I was 16, yes, I had had sex with a girl by then. Um, and I wasn't engaging with guys, but I knew that I had a liking for guys. I just hadn't acted on it. But I was a wild little something. I was wild, and my uncles were like dope dealers. One of my uncles, let me not say all of them. One of them that I know for sure, because he's only a few years older than I am. You know, he would be selling dope to people, and had girls always coming around, and me trying to fit in. If they had like homegirls or something, I would be getting with them, and he was. So it was basically teenagers. We were like the Lost Boys on in Peter Pan. A lot of the adults around us were always drunk. So of course, we could do anything and not get in trouble. But baby, when they were sober up, it would be hell to pay. Oh, Noxzema, you a mess. You know what? It's too early, Noxzema. It's too early. Thank you. And y'all, I have to, you know what? I think those skits, I have to be careful because those skits may interfere with my dating. Let me cut this heat. Baby, these seats warm up, but baby, they're burning my arse right about now. Let me turn the heated seats off. Baby, I'm cooking like some pork chops right now. But, I think that, yeah, I was saying about the dating. I think guys, because my friend asked me, the guys that I'm, hanging out with, he was like, do you do drag? Do you do drag? I was like, do I do drag? And I didn't know what he was talking about at first. He was like, you do drag sometimes? And I was like, hell no. And he was like, oh, so what's up with those clothes? I said, you know I told you I'd be doing the parodies on YouTube. That's all that is. I said, dude, with all this facial hair on my face, do you think I'm doing drag? Of course not. Do I throw a wig on, bras, panties, and stockings? Of course. Noxzema, could we both be in drag and be together? Would you still love me the same, Noxzema? That name alone is a bit off-putting, though, to be quite honest. My super chat. Okay, what happened to my super chat button is, y'all, don't beat me up on this. I just hadn't set it up. I hadn't set up the super chat. I haven't even set up monetization. And that's all my fault. I'm off this weekend. I worked last Saturday. I'm going to sit down and do everything I need to do this weekend. So I'm gonna take care of it. Hey, Kimberly, Sticks girl, Ebony Crawl, hey. I'm telling you, y'all, when I go to the Goodwill, they be looking at me like, hey, how's it going? It's funny that they've gotten to know me now because I go in there so much. And I know they're thinking in the back of their head that I probably have some type of fetish with women clothing. better get that nasty coin. I know I need some coinage. And that's why I say I appreciate everyone that my cash out, $ Rebel Sun 07. $ Rebel Sun 07. But I mean, you guys, I really appreciate it. People have been contributing to the cash app. Cause that little blonde wig, that little platinum blonde wig of Heidi, that little heifers, that was the most expensive one. It was like $20-something for that wig. Hell, I don't do drag for a profession. Not like that anyway. I appreciate that. But okay, come on guys, what's up? I don't like the cold. Oh, I stayed in Minneapolis when I was younger also. I stayed in East Texas, y'all. I stayed in Houston, and I stayed in East Texas, and I stayed in Minneapolis. Those were the 3 places I lived as a kid. And Minneapolis, Minnesota is a beautiful place, but those winters are brutal. The winters are brutal. Up around them Great Lakes, baby, I had to have earmuffs, scarves, long johns, snow boots. Just everyone looked the same. You didn't know who was black, who was white, who was boy, who was girl. East Texas, around Cold Spring area, San Jacinto County. Minneapolis is cold. Oh, Noxzema, really? You're too kind. You just left Minneapolis. I like the cold sometimes. Let me tell you, I've been skiing. I like to ski. I like the cold, but I prefer to see it on Christmas movies. Hey Denise, thank you mods for putting that information in there. I appreciate that, Kimberly. And you know what? I don't really, I told y'all that I'm pretty transparent. And we had buried a family member. I'm not gonna go into detail what family member it was. And this family member, I said this in a video, the family member loved to see my clips, and she always cheered me on. And it's been hard. It's gonna be a hard Christmas, and this Thanksgiving is gonna be hard to get through. But it's hard when you lose a family member. And this time of year, I dealt with this with my one of my aunts who I grew up with. She was like my big sister. In black families, you have aunts and uncles that are probably your age or a little older. This aunt was only 6 years older than I am. And she liked my aunt. My family has always embraced who I am, because they were going to either embrace it or I wasn't going to deal with them. So they knew, because like I was always, I danced to the beat of my own drum. But it's hard, y'all. And when I've done the skits, when I was doing those Tracy first skits, it was cathartic to me, because this family member cheered me on. So you could see me laughing. I was laughing, y'all, and putting on this show portraying Tracy, and I was torn up inside because I was still dealing. This family member passed away October the 2nd. And I didn't tell you guys about this because I didn't want someone going looking into a database to see who was buried or trying to dox me and find out who the family member is. But it's an immediate family member. But I think when people talk about comedians, that comedy comes from a hurt place a lot of times. And that was healing. Me doing the skits, and it healed me. But it was just me thinking in my head how she would tell me, you know, to keep up, be great, be you. I love you unconditionally. And I just, that's what kept me going. And I was talking to Tweety about that on the phone. And she knows who passed away. And she was shocked. But it helped me just to know that this person really wanted me to keep going and doing everything. I can honestly tell you that I've had days that just, when someone's close to you and they pass away, you don't even feel like you want to live anymore. And when my grandmother passed away, I lost my grandmother right before the Labor Day event that Jay Wilson had. My grandmother passed away in August. And this was the grandmother who had the gay brother. Her brother was gay and he was trans. He was going through the change. And my grandmother loved her brother. She loved her brother, and his name was Leonard. And my uncle Leonard was in California, and he died in the 80s when the AIDS epidemic hit the hardest. So my grandmother always said, if any of her children or grandchildren were to be gay, she would love them because her mother didn't, my great grandmother didn't show her brother that love because she was just one of those religious women that was really, really mean as hell. I barely ever saw the lady, but when I saw her, she was the kind that would whoop you if you coughed too loud. Baby, you was gonna get an ass whooping. If you coughed and woke her up or something, or you dropped your water turned over accidentally, you was getting an arse whooping. But my grandmother used to always tell me, my little grandbaby beautiful. Look at my pretty grandbaby. And I used to be I would be laughing at it. And she was like, if a man ever put his hands on you, baby, you better tell mama because I'm going to beat his ass. And I was like, oh no, mama, I usually be the one hitting them. Oh no, mama, they not going to fight me, I promise you. Because I learned you throw grits on their back and they'll leave you alone. Put some grits on that nigga back. I ain't cooking no other time, but you see me cooking grits, you better get ghosts. Hey, dear. Yes. Y'all, I'm here at the parking lot. Getting ready to go in here. I'm gonna get off early so I can go get cleaned up and stop looking like I'm hauling at the moon. K. Edwards, hey K. Edwards. K. Edwards, you be saying some stuff that be having me rolling. I saw you in the chat. I look at the chat, y'all. I'm on my phone because my laptop was at work. I'll get it today and bring it back. But K. Edwards, I be laughing because y'all be saying, and all of y'all be saying some stuff in those chats. when we did the gentleman's panel, I'm not ignoring you, but I don't, if I don't have my laptop, I'm not seeing the chat. I go back afterwards and look at the chat. And baby, y'all were giving me life. Like, you know, what's up? What Rebel doing? You know, and I'm like, girl, some of y'all got some fast little heifers. I'm gonna be honest. Thank you, Denise. I told y'all when I was little, let me straighten up, because somebody gonna be keyed my car if I'm parked all over this line. I was very mannish when I was a kid. I was very inquisitive. I told y'all when the little girls would walk over, we had a Bible school. At Bible school, I would go to vacation Bible school in the summer. I was bad as hell. Baby, I used to hide up under the bridge and the little girls walk over the bridge. And keep in mind, I was like 9 or 10. They'd walk over the bridge and who would be up under the bridge peeking under their skirts? I would hide under that bridge, baby, and I saw all them little muff mounds walking by. And of course, they would run and tell my grandmother. I would look up this. Baby, I was seeing all them. I was 9 or 10. I was mannish. I'm telling you, I was mannish as hell. Baby, I'd be looking up, and when they walk over, I start laughing. They'd say, I'm going to tell your grandmother on you. And they go tell those church mothers. And I think I done got off. Baby, my grandmother would come. They'd say, man, we need to talk to you. You know your grandson was cutting up again today. I'd be like, damn it. This wench and told on me. And my grandma would be like, baby, you know I'm going to get you when we get to that house. Or she'd pinch the hell out of me while I'm standing there. Now, how the hell you pinching the hell out of me and you telling me not to cry? But you heard me. Baby, baby, my grandmother had a vice-like grip. Them little old skinny fingers, baby, would be holding on like a pit bull. She'd be like, your grandson cursed because I had a bad mouth too. I'm at vacation Bible school. I just skipped the Sunday class, went and got the donuts and hid out in the room, me and the other little badass kids. Grandma would be told. All my cousins that would go, it was about 4 or 5 of us that would be at vacation Bible school. I'm the only one that would be getting in trouble because the teacher would get up talking about the Bible. She'd walk off and I'd get out my chair and I'd start dancing behind her back, twerking or something. And then when she turned around, I'd sit down real quick and everybody laughing. She said, what's so funny? Yes. Noxzema. You know what, Noxzema, I'm not like Tracy. I don't be falling in love with no avatars. Now, you got to come with more than just me seeing a blank screen, because you could be a 9-year-old little white girl playing with me. Now, stop playing. You 7 years old and you done got your big brother's laptop. No, we ain't playing that game. Thank you, this beach is better. I was, Lynn, I was bad as hell and mannish. Baby, I used to put like toilet tissue in my shirt and act like I had breasts, acting like the teacher, or tying the girls' hairs to the desk when they get up, their head a jerk back. I think Noxzema is Wolverine. Noxzema, show yourself. Come into the light, Noxzema. Come into the light. Those K Edwards, baby, Tracy fall in love. She done bought the shirts and she just, no, Noxzema, you ain't gonna get me like that. I'm gonna have to see some flesh. I need to see some flesh. And then if I see you, I'm gonna have, show me show me everything. Don't play with me. And then if you get on camera, don't be trying to sit in the darkness and I just see an outline. Hell no, you getting up. Let me see that shape. Let me see that body. Baby, you may get up and be shaped like a damn avocado. I ain't finna, and no offense to any avocado shapes, but I want me a man that's shaped like a man. Hey, good morning. Y'all, let me get my butt out of this car. No, Noxema, you're going to have to show me a picture. My email is darksunx1x@yahoo. Nudes are preferred. But, y'all, it's been good. I appreciate y'all coming, support. Thank you, Lynn. We'll talk later. Peace out. Thank mods for coming through. You mods, I really appreciate you guys coming in, because you guys have lives. You have to do your own daily routine. But when you come through, I appreciate it. To all my subscribers, supporters, much love to you. And even to the haters that are hiding in the bushes. Hey, Tracy, I know you hiding in there, girl. I see you. Tracy Wiley, come out the bushes. But peace, y'all.